Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Pastor Aaron here with your Thanksgiving devotional thought. But before I get started, one thing I have to be thankful for is that I got COVID a couple weeks ago and it didn't kill me. Yippee! It was pretty awful though. Ugh, I had a fever for a whole week and body aches and it was bad. But I'm alive. I hope that your Thanksgiving plans weren't completely ruined by COVID, although they probably were. My family's plans got messed up. We were hoping to see our newest nephew, who was born in July and lives in Washington State. But alas, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. I hope you will be able to celebrate this great holiday of Thanksgiving in some way. As the legend goes, the story goes, the first Thanksgiving celebration was a feast held with Native Americans who helped the Puritan Pilgrims survive their first year in New England in the year of our Lord 1621. It was, in particular, a religious type of festival to thank God for his providence through these natives. It wasn't until 1863, under the leadership of Abraham Lincoln, that it became an annual national holiday. I find this very interesting because, at that time, our country was being torn apart by civil war. What an odd time to inaugurate a national holiday about being thankful. But this method of coping with immense suffering and tragedy is a good one, and it's nothing new. You could argue that 2020 might be one of those memorable times or years of immense suffering and tragedy. And I hope that you all really take time this Thanksgiving to stop and just really meditate on what you're thankful for. You see, life is filled with suffering, but enumerating the reasons why you're suffering, it is just not a good path to go down, not a great method. I remember a time in my life not long ago where I was in a season of suffering, and it led me to great anxiety. And I even had a panic attack. All the weight of my responsibilities and my fears, they just became too much for me to bear, and I was weary from just carrying the load of all of it. I then ran across an article on the internet about gratitude. I clicked on it and read the story of a woman who, even though her life was pretty good by many accounts and many measures, she struggled with anxiety and depression. See, she searched for counsel, and her journey led her to a Catholic nun who suggested that she keep a gratitude journal. The nun instructed her at the end of every day to write down just one thing that she was thankful for. She did this, and her life turned right around. She said that everything started to take on a much more meaning and beauty once she just stopped, reflected, and thanked God for the things in her life. I was moved by the story, and I thought I would give it a try. It only took a couple of weeks, and my perspective completely changed. Suddenly I saw things that I didn't see before. I was filled with joy. I was filled with wonder. It's crazy what a little gratitude will do for you. You see, ingratitude will tear you apart. It will drag you into the abyss. Ingratitude fills your heart with jealousy, hatred, anger, and resentment. Ingratitude focuses on what you lack or what you want but you don't have, and it is not a good place to be. The book of Psalms in the Bible is filled with beautiful poems and songs about the highs and lows experienced by God's people. And so many of them include thanksgiving and praise to God for all that he has done for us. And today I want to leave you with one that I particularly enjoy. It's Psalm 100. Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come into his presence with singing. Know that the Lord, he is God. It is he who made us, and we are his. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him. Bless his name. For the Lord is good, and his steadfast love endures forever, and his faithfulness to all generations. Thanks for listening, and may God pour out his richest blessings on you and your family this Thanksgiving holiday.